Hello there everybody, Sobanight2Akamer, and this is probably the first time I've actually attempted to do this properly, but welcome to my very first, Q&A. Since these videos would take a long time to properly make, these won't be frequent. However, they will be a somewhat common thing if people like this. Plus, it's also a good chance for me to try to, learn how to do proper edits. Also, since these questions are from Discord and I didn't do a sort of announcement concerning this, I will go ahead and just say this now. In the description below, there is a link to our special Discord. There is a chat labeled Q&A where you may post your questions. However, you can also place your questions in the comments below if you'd like. Again, this is kind of an experiment. If people like this, I will do it again. Probably. Anyway, on to our questions. Let's see what we got here. Our first question is from Silver Cover, and they ask, what is your favorite game? Well, that's ironically a tough question. I have a lot of the games I play. I have a lot of the games I play, so it's difficult to narrow it down. But if I had to pick a game to be my absolute favorite, that would have to be the Legacy of Kain series. Now, to be exact, this was one of my earliest experiences with gaming, not counting games like Sonic or Toy Story for the Sega. And when I was growing up, the only game out of the series I played was Soul Reaver 1. It was only when I finally became an adult. Oh shit, I'm an adult. Anyway, it was only in adulthood when I actually played through the whole series. I say Soul Reaver has a special place in my heart simply because it was a game that, despite having a lot of bloody effects, the puzzles, the music, clearly me being too young to play it, and my dad spoiled me in terms of video games. Don't tell my mom. And let's go up to our second question. Second question. Next up we have Ushidamiya Ava. Nice name. Sounds familiar. Why did you start making YouTube videos? I have a few reasons here. Why I started? Well, it was years ago. It was back when I was stupid. Maybe I'm still stupid, but anyway. This is back when I was binge watching AMVs and all that stuff, so I thought I could do it too. I couldn't. So there's the dark truth. My channel originally started as an AMV making channel, but my AMVs are now all gone, as I now know they all infringe on copyright. Why did I suddenly start doing Let's Plays? Well, I enjoyed it and considered it a sort of therapy. It might sound selfish, but while I make videos for you guys, I also selfishly do it for me, I admit. I mean, I love making videos, I love entertaining people, or at least attempting, and I love the discussions that are born. I'm not gonna say I do this to make a statement or to make a change because I'm not a grandiose person. If I can at least make people laugh, smile, or just brighten their day, then I'm satisfied. Okay, that's a little too pandering. Let's go to the third question now before I start turning into another pandering character. Third question is a two-parter. From both Ushidamiya Ava and Valor, we have, who is your favorite Umineko character and why? And who is your favorite Umineko adult and why? I figured I'll answer both of these together. Well, favorite character? Sorry, this one's gotta be a pair. Zephyr and Furifuri. Ever since they were introduced, they showed, I guess the word is, interesting personalities. Their favorite subject being love and only supporting those ones whose love would triumph. Might have been a brief and I honestly may not know too much about them, but they left a hell of an impact on me in terms of their character. The more they were shown, the more I genuinely liked their personalities. I bet you're expecting me to say, oh god, my throat. Favorite adult? Probably would have to be Ava. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Nazi, but if she was more vocal and strong-willed, I think she would have taken Ava's place as my personal favorite. Ava's a hell of a strong woman. Now, she might not be too happy about George's relationship with Shannon, but I can understand where she is coming from. I will never agree with arranged marriages, but like I said, I know where Ava is coming from. Apparently she trains George in his fighting style, so she's a woman who can kick ass. Despite questionable ideals, that's about what's not to love about it. What's not to love about a badass woman? I fucked up my own little series. My lip. Sorry, I had a mouth stroke. Plus, she is so heavily devoted to her family, I cannot help but admire her for it, honestly. And we have another question from Badler. I felt I should include. Why do you dislike fan service scenes? Is it a matter of sexuality or simply personal preference and you dislike pointless fan service? It has nothing to do with sexuality, and is more of a personal preference in all honesty. I mean, I have nothing against fan service or people who like it. Now, I can understand why there is fan service, but I just don't handle it very well. I admit to, being a sheltered child, so I wasn't exposed to a lot of these things. Now, I will probably piss some people off, but here's my opinion on having fan service. If it pertains to the plot, I have no problem. Let's take Danganronpa 2, for example. There was a moment when the characters went to the beach. This pertains to the plot, as ironically later a murder occurs. I would consider that good fan service. Also, holy shit, Chiaki, damn! Pointless fan service? To me, at least, is fan service that doesn't have a major factor on the story or plot, and is fan service for the sake of fan service. Now, if it serves a comedic purpose, I can let it slide, but when it is something that clearly throws me off and I'm unsettled by it, like the incident involving Samael and Tokyo Babel, I'm not showing that. Something that can be avoided, I'm not a fan. This is just my personal opinion, please don't kill me. I honestly just prefer the story. If it doesn't pertain to the overall plot, I just don't like it. Which is a big reason why I absolutely love Umineko, above a lot of other games and novels. And if you like fan service, all the more power to you. It just ain't my cup of tea. Alrighty, let's go ahead and wrap this up now with our final question for the moment. And it is from Ushinomiya Eva once again. Flats or melons? Huh, that should be an obvious one. Why the hell would I take a watermelon over an apartment flat? I think it would be better to take both so I can eat the watermelon safely under the roof of an apartment flat.